So here's the chart they're showing to show you the gas prices.
Yeah,
all right,
they're going down.
Now, here's the chart zoomed out, the exact same chart. In case you missed it, former Vice President Joseph R. Biden ruins everything he touches, like Charlie Brown.
That's true.
Everything I touch turns to ruins. So, before we move on to how he's been trying to manipulate the press, give me a quick list of just his lowlights.
Some of his lowlights include inflation at a 40-year high.
40.
Southern border, the encounters have doubled in 2021. Oops, that's
a party.
not a good thing. Not good encounters. Botched the Afghanistan withdrawal, according to some people.
It's a crappy country.
You know, the people that are still over there fighting for their lives. Forced vaccination, but that's not good.
I see it as a free vaccination.
That's not.
I'm just being fair and balanced.
Yeah, well, that is fair and that is balanced.
Not a joke.
Just a few of the things.
Yet, according to the media, this man, and we wonder why the media is. I noticed a shift where they're trying to say, Biden's not getting fair coverage. They believe he's the most persecuted person behind Gandhi, Jesus, Joan of Arc, and pansexual furries.
It started out for Biden fairly favorable coverage the first few months of the year. The last 4 months, however, Biden has
looks like
been,
the guy from House with an abscess.
Where Donald Trump was, or lower than where Donald Trump is in terms of media sentiment. I mean, it's not bias, it's the actual words we're using.
It's the wrong tie.
We are as negative as a collective media on Joe Biden, if not more so than we were to Donald Trump at a time when he was trying to overthrow democracy. And I think that's a tremendous indictment of our whole industry.
You're still doing it.
Did he? Hold on a second. I just want to make sure.
Yeah,
hold on. Did he just say that they're being harder on Joe Biden than they were on Donald Trump?
Yeah, I guess by not asking them questions, it makes it much more difficult for the president.
Yeah, it's really hard.
Is his brain scrambled from banging all the 9-year-olds? Is that what's happening right there?
Yeah, I think so.
This is so terrible.
He said he was more on Biden while he was also diminishing Trump at the same time.
Yes.
The good thing is we have the tail of the tape here at all
That's
references
true.
available, link in the description, louderwithcrowder.com. Of course, they were all very cordial towards President Trump. Remember?
Yeah.
The question a lot of people are asking, although a lot of people think they have the answer, is the president a racist?
That dossier alleged that Russians had a so-called P-tape of prostitutes that Trump had paid to urinate on each other and his bed in a Russian hotel suite.
I have that, honey.
Mr. President,
That's enough.
Mr. President, I had one other question, if I may ask, on the Russia investigation. Are you concerned that you may have
I'm not concerned about anything with the Russian investigation because it's a hoax. That's enough. Put down the mic.
Mr. President, are you worried about indictments coming down in this investigation?
You are fake news.
We don't have the luxury to take a back seat as this man is arrogantly marching us towards fascism.
That is the president of the United States. That is the most powerful person in the world. And we see him like an obese turtle on his back, flailing.
No, he's not. He's trying to bang it.
Realizing his time is over.
So
he's a big dum-dum, and I hate him.
You know, he just had obese turtle on its back on the brain.
Well,
yeah.
He watched Breaking Bad, and he's like, what happens if you flip the thing
If we were to do they put him
fetish.
into the MRI machine, he'd come out of that tube like, it's nothing but fat turtles on their backs. What are you doing, Anderson? It's nothing. It's just that I can't see anything but the obese turtle.
He just saw Stelter slip on a wet floor.
Yes. Like the brother in Christmas Story.
Source.
I can't get up. I can't get up. I'm too straight to get up, guys.
Help.
It was Tapper pulling a Tanya Harding to get Cuomo's slot.
Yes.
Put him on his back.
So here's what's funny is Biden must have agreed that he wasn't getting good enough treatment from the media cronies because he sent out a team, allegedly, to persuade newsrooms to give him better coverage.
Oh, really?
So this comes from Oliver Darcy, one of the worst people in media, by the way. And he wrote, the White House, not happy with the news media's coverage of the supply chain and economy, has been working behind the scenes trying to reshape coverage in its favor. And it didn't take long. Here's what's funny. The good thing is we have the timeline. It did not take long at all for the most lackey-ish of the lackeys to fall in line. Here is Don Lemon gushing, I should say, just more so elated over the dropping gas prices.
Big economic relief for millions of Americans who have been dealing with soaring energy prices. Cost at the pump finally easing up, with the national average for a gallon of regular falling to $3.35, the lowest since October. Just
the lowest since 1 month.
Now I can feed my kids.
The government is forecasting gas will drop to $3.01 by January.
Oh, will only drop to double what it was?
This is hilarious.
By after the holidays and Merry Christmas.
I love how even in trying to sell it, he's like, the lowest since October. That's 1 month. That was December 7th.
Yeah. By the way, he goes, oh, that was not us. We did not put a sound effect on that. That was him.
Yeah, and he looked through a window at Gay Black Orgy, and you had, somewhere in my memories.
Oh, boy. He does that and looks at the
You can mess with a lot of things,
yeah,
but you can't mess with gay blacks on Christmas. That's right.
He thinks something different than we think.
Have a very gay black Christmas.
Direct hit. So here's the chart they're showing to show you the gas prices.
Yeah,
all right,
they're going
now,
down.
Here's the chart zoomed out. The exact same chart.
Oh, fudge. Hey,
wow.
Hold on.
I did not see that.
That's not like a 10-year chart. Okay?
No, it's not.
That's like a year and a half.
Yeah, it's like a year and a half
chart. Like it's pretty.
Let's do it again.
Oh my
Let's
God,
show
that's
the chart
hilarious.
he's showing. 1 month. Look at that. 1 month.
Wow.
Here's
Look
like
at that.
how, and then here's the real chart.
I think it's like a 13-month chart.
That's like
That's from September of 2020. Yeah, September of 2020.
That was because he had his pool boy like under his table like Police Academy.
It's like Bitcoin from the day it was invented, or Amazon stock.
Literally, that starts going up the minute Donald Trump loses the election.
Oh yeah,
in 2020.
And again, this just shows there can be no objective. Do you think for a second that Don Lemon actually believes that gas is at a more affordable price right now, that this is more fair? Of course not.
Well, does he care or even notice?
No.
I don't even.
He doesn't drive himself. He lives
Hold
in
on.
New York.
The following words, he's like, it's down to $3.35, and I'm like, $3.35?
Really?
Like that's low gas for you?
That sucks.
Yeah.
You understand? And by the way,
it only
down to
cripples
$3.01.
families.
Yeah, that's like the big headline: $3.01. I'm like, so you're still getting screwed, and you're loving that?
Yeah, I preferred it when Donald Trump was president, and it was closer to 1.
Yeah.
But why not just say $2.99? Like, you know,
Yeah.
everything does to make
301.
it sound like it's less than it is.
Because he can't lie that badly.
That's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
You can't lie
Lie
about
about
it.
Don Lemon has standards.
Yeah, that's true. Very low.
Gosh. How about do a better job, Joe Biden? You want better coverage? Do a better job.
Well, you know what? Listen, tomato,
That's
tomato.
too much.
No.
Too much to ask.
Here's Jim Cramer saying that Joe Biden has created the strong. This guy, by the way, someone just needs to.
Yeah.
Someone, can we get Gallagher to hit his head with a mallet?
We should.
Because this guy's always Jim Cramer is always hitting stuff with like children's toys. I guess that's his gimmick.
When he's a soundboard thing, but
no,
not
but he
as
has like
good as
he's
ours.
sitting there. He's like, "Hey, you guys got to buy Tesla." Clack, 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 clack. I mean, like throws a wooden plane that he got at Dave and Buster's. Like, how is this? What?
He's gonna ball.
He's like grabbed one of those sticky hands and he's throwing it on the camera lens. Ho, ho, ho! Buy Apple. Oh, oh. Okay, so apparently this is a show. Financial
Whoopee
advisement.
cushion.
Yeah, whoopee cushion.
Yeah.
Like, how does this work? I don't know. It's one of those self-inflating. He said that this is one of the strongest economies he's ever seen.
To me, we have the strongest economy perhaps I have ever seen. See that number this morning, the unemployment number? It's the best in years, not best in 69. We have all spotted the endless help wanted signs, the housing and apartment shortages, the tremendous demand for goods and services, a marvel to behold. Oh,
they're in the
people are
Bay.
talking about their jobs. I say fantastic. And the ability to even get better ones if they want to. They're spending more than I've ever seen, but they're doing it with cash, not on credit. They're doing so in a roaring 20s style.
Okay, shut up. A couple of things. First off, if people are doing it with cash, it's because the government gave them cash. By the way, you're welcome. Was still paying taxes throughout all this. Yeah. And he just said lowest unemployment. That's just a lie.
It's a lie.
It's not even. I tried to see where he was getting it from. The unemployment is still higher now than it was pre-pandemic, period. And even without including this, though, we have a 45-year labor participation low.
Wow.
So in other words, that unemployment should be way lower than it is. It's still higher than pre-pandemic, and fewer people are looking for jobs or entering the workforce than ever before.
I feel like I'm also in Bizarro World. Did you hear what he said? 1920s, the roaring...
right at the end there.
What happened at the end of the 1920s? The worst depression the world has ever seen.
It's the 30s.
That's a problem, okay?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, why would you say something like that and not go, wait a minute, wait, this actually led to the world almost dying.
Yeah.
I'm cheering it on.
Isn't he the guy that tells you what stocks to buy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope their windows don't open on that floor.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
He's the kind of guy who would try and kill himself in a garage with a Tesla.
Yeah, there you go.
So pissed.
Put his
Why
mouth
doesn't
on the
it work?
exhaust of a battery. Sweetheart, run the Dyson. I got to get this moving faster.
It's a little buzzy. It's like when you put
Get the George
on a
Foreman
D
grill.
battery.
It's all so clean.
Damn,
I will never. Why would you buy a stock from that guy? I'll tell you what's going up. You don't know. I don't want to talk to you no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm buying? Anything. Gold. Things that go up when the market crashes.
Not necessarily. True. Gold is not necessarily the safest hedge.
Bill Devane,
but it's one of the most predictable.
Bill Devane told me silver. I listened to Bill Devane.
Yes,
I'm interrupting you on purpose with Bill Devane.
I'm more of a G. Gordon Liddy guy.
Well, that's only fair.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have more catheters than I know what to do.
I know what stocking stuffers will be getting this year.
My old ones never could get clean or dishwasher safe.
One of them broke, and now I can pee around a corner.
I'd have to blow the crud out.
Had my manhood right angled because of Gerald stocking stuffer. So, this headline from the New Republic might say it all. It says, "Is criticizing Joe Biden a danger to democracy?" Nope.
Is it?
But now there's no difference between CNN and North Korean media, just to be clear.
True.
Yeah.
Or Canadian broadcasting, CBC.
Or
it's
China.
Just, China, yeah. Venezuela.
Or the BBC.
Well, yeah, that's
the BBC too.
Keep going.
Gosh, media really sucks in other countries. For as much as people bitch about the corporate media, it's like, well, at least you have options.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
RT.
Not anywhere else, though.
And this reminds me, too, a lot of you may not remember this. So a lot of people now will be saying, oh, I'm seeing CNN. Like Joe Rogan just said this recently. Like, I feel like CNN used to be facts. And now, no, look, I remember when this man, Andrew Breitbart, I sat under him, under his tutelage. And at this point in time, it was actually from a Slate writer, to give them credit. But Andrew Breitbart really brought it to the forefront. Under the Obama era, there was something called Journalist was the scandal. And it was actually this group of journalists who conspired on how to attack John McCain's campaign after he chose Sarah Palin as VP. And they were sort of sending out talking points, people from the Obama campaign. You guys can read about it at louderwithcrowder.com. This is back during the Obama campaign, so pre-2009, to be clear. People who were involved, Ezra Klein, Vox, Matt Iglesias, Jeffrey Toobin. Apparently, he had more time on his hands. Chris Hayes.
Better than... Okay.
So there was never a point that this media was unbiased. This is something I want to see die. And you know what? Comment below. Did you actually buy into this lie that Walter Cronkite was a journalist? Did you actually buy into this lie that Brian Williams was a journalist? Did you actually buy into this lie that Dan Rather was a journalist? Barbara Walters? Take your pick. Take your pick from any of them. At any point, it was always incredibly biased. You just didn't have shows like this, shows like Ben Shapiro, podcasts to call them on their crap. And so I hate it when people say, let's return to the golden era of journalism. It's a lie. It never existed. But it's a lot harder for people to accept. I hate to tell you this. You were fooled. Yeah. You were fooled. The reason that the Biden administration feels so comfortable reaching out and demanding this is because the previous administration, former vice president, when he was there, as he is now, under Obama, they would reach out and say, hey, make sure you give us this coverage. And people would get mad at, think about this for a second. They would get mad at Donald Trump right there when he was talking to, I believe it was Acosta, where he goes, it's a hoax, you're fake, excuse me, okay, you're fake news, everyone knows you're fake news, everyone knows you're fake, stop, put the microphone down. And people would get mad at Donald Trump's reaction, but here's the truth. It cannot be about the reaction, it needs to be about the initial action, the lie. Jim Acosta was talking about the Russian collusion hoax. Yeah. It was a lie, but the media would go, lie, lie, lie. Look at the reaction. Whereas right now, they don't even hit Biden with the truth. They go, hey, best unemployment. That's a lie. They lied to hurt Donald Trump, and they will lie to help Joe Biden. It is that simple. It's what they've always done. You can go back. Remember when Ronald Reagan died? Mm-hmm. When Ronald Reagan died, there were so many in media, in any entertainment industry, who were shocked to see the country mourn him.
Yeah.
I remember there was this disconnect where they were like, well, he was president, so I guess it's sad, but wasn't. And then they saw all of these Americans. This was America's president. Yeah. It just goes to show you how out of touch the media was back then.
Well, and I think this all really came to a head for people. We really started to see this happen with Obama. We started to see the media just praise and praise and praise and praise. And I think that's one of the things that motivated Donald Trump to say, look, you guys have to see this. If you don't see this, you won't have a country. Right. This was one of his primary messages. Like, you're being lied to on a daily basis. Yep. They're doing it because they don't like you. They don't like what you stand for. And they don't want the America that you grew up in.
Watch Louder with Crowder live, Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. Eastern.